Okay, in this video, I'll be going through your question 3, which is about kinematic. I love kinematic because it is the easiest way to score. So I always tell my student to have this practice to use highlighter because I'm a person that get distracted very easily. So what I do is that during exam or during even practices, I practice using highlighter to single out key information. So when you are doing this, you need to be mindful. What are those key information that you usually miss? Different people highlight different things. Okay, the highlighter is not for you to highlight the full thing. You must be able to answer me what are the things that you usually miss. Okay, for me it is adjective. So I will highlight adjective, numbers and unit for me. So down here I highlight the first adjective, constant speed. Why is this important to me? Because once I know it is constant speed, I know that it is talking about acceleration is 0. And when I know that acceleration is 0, I also know that the gradient of my speed time graph will also be 0. That means a flat line. Then after that, I also know that I know my initial velocity will be 18. So what I do is that I will always want to put all the information in one diagram. So here it is already written, so meaning that I don't need to do that, but I may want to put down that my A is 0 over here. Okay, motorcyclist sees the obstacle, so meaning that when it sees the obstacle, so it is traveling at 18 meter per second, and then at some point how to draw this, at some point suddenly he is able to see, right? And then after that he react, right? So from here before he see to when he sees the thing, it is moving at 18 meter per second. So now I was given a task. I need to sketch the speed time graph from the time it sees the wall, right? From the time it starts to break. The time it starts to break meaning the time it starts to see, correct? That means this is my time equals to 0. So meaning that when my time equals to 0, my velocity is already at 18, right? And then it says that it will start to break. Okay, it will start to break. So here, steadily. That means when it says break steadily, this means that the deceleration is a constant deceleration, right? Constant deceleration, in another word, this tells me that my gradient is a constant, right? So in another word, I know that why how so hard to see? Let me see. This gradient, right? So I know that my gradient is going to be constant, right? So I know that it is going to be a straight line, and because it is a deceleration, I know that this straight line will have negative gradient, right? Just by reading this context, that's the things that I know. So first, t equals to 0, v is 18. So let's do this. T equals to 0, right? Speed is 18. 18 is here, right? So I put a cross. Then it says it stops. Come to a stop in 11 seconds. Come to a stop in 11. 11 is here. So meaning that I have these 2 points. Point number 1, point number 2. I have to connect them. And I have already learned that because I am braking steadily, my deceleration is constant, which means that my gradient is just a straight line. So what I do, I take a ruler, and then I will just done. I got my mark. Okay, then next, I'm supposed to find the deceleration of the motorist. Okay, for this case, deceleration of motorist, right? I purposely go and I write down the correct answer and the wrong answer. I will explain to you now why one is wrong. See here, acceleration. This A equals to V minus U over T is for acceleration. So your final speed, V, is actually this guy over here. Your V is this guy. So therefore this is 0. U stands for initial speed, which is this guy over here. So this is 18. So yes, you should be able to get an acceleration that is negative. When your acceleration is negative and your velocity is positive, that means you can just change your answer and omit the negative sign. But if you are doing something like that, you put v minus u, but you notice that your v is wrong, right? V is not 18, right? You are only doing this so that you can get a positive number. I will give you 0. Okay? Okay, let's carry on. Part 3. Part 3, you are supposed to find some other things. They are saying that the obstacle is actually 100 meter away. And you need to find out while the person is braking, you see, it starts to brake, right? So it starts to brake. How far would it travel? And whether or not it will hit the obstacle. So this is a sketch of what I have. So to find out that distance, you need to rely on the area under the graph. Or in another word, you need to look for the area between the line and the axis. So you can actually see that the distance traveled is 99. Okay, so in another word, it won't hit the wall, right? It will stop in time. Okay, then for your part B, if the motorcyclist carry another passenger, whether or not it will hit the obstacle. So this has to do with this concept called inertial. Because inertial tells you how difficult or how likely it is to change the state of motion. So you may ask me, teacher, what do you mean by state of motion? Well, state of motion is similar to state of matter. How many state of matter are there? Solid, liquid, gas, right? How many state of motion there? Stationary or moving. Okay, so this state of motion refer to either you are at rest or you are already moving. So when the car is braking, it is actually trying to change its state of motion from moving to rest, right? This is trying to change state of motion from moving to rest, correct? So when you are having one more passenger, what happens is that the mass will increase. And unfortunately, for inertial, it is dependent only on the mass. So in another word, when you carry another passenger, your mass will increase, and as a result, you will have a higher inertial, and as a result, it will be more difficult for you to change your state of motion from moving to rest. In another word, it will take a longer time for you to brake, and this means that chances are you are going to hit the obstacle, right? So now that you have this concept, you need to pen it down. So a lot of students have problem writing scientific answer. That is because they are trying to use their obviously lagging RAM, like a random storage space in their brain, to form sentences out of the blue, and then they write directly. Now even for a very seasoned but young practitioner, sometimes I find it difficult to write scientific explanation. So how can you tell me that you are ready to write scientific explanation so perfectly? You must plan. So how to plan? During practice you plan. During exam no time to plan. But as you plan and plan during practice, you will internalize and you become better at it. So how do we plan? Can you see I have already sketched out my planning? So now I need to sequence it, right? So let's sequence it together. So first, I must indicate this change in physics terms, what it means, right? When a passenger come up, the mass of the ride increase, right? As the mass of the ride increase, it will increase my inertial. What does it mean by increase your inertia? Oh, it means that it is harder to change my state from moving to rest. And how does it impact my scenario? Oh, it means that now you are more likely to langgar the wall. Right? So that is how I plan. So now that I plan in my mind, I'm just showing you my thought process. I can write it. Okay, and you should try your best to complete your answer on the given answer line. Okay, the answer line is there to tell you how much you need to write. So now let's write it, right? So I will just use this will increase the mass. Much shorter sentence ma. So I say this increase the mass. Full stop. Right? Short sentence is beautiful. Hence, the inertia will increase. Full stop. Short sentence, beautiful. Right? Hence, the inertia will increase. Hence, I like the word hence. Hence, it is not English. Use simple conjunction. Hence, it is harder to change state of motion from moving to rest. Full stop. Conclude. Therefore, I don't use the triple dot. You should write it out. Therefore, it is likely to hit the wall. Okay, if it is one sentence too long, okay. If you are like Bowen like that, I give you 2 answer line, you give me an essay, that means you are wasting too much time. Okay, so please do your planning during practice so that during exam you are ready. So before I end the video, maybe now I ask you another question. If you are being chased by a large massive elephant, how should you run? Should you run straight or should you run zigzag? Okay, can you use inertia to explain your answer? So for example, if you are being chased by a massive elephant, by running zigzag, are you more likely or less likely to be caught up by the elephant? I should learn from YouTuber. Leave it in my comment section and I will reply to you. And don't forget to subscribe and like my video. Okay, bye.